I let my wife take credit for forgetting our friends' lives for the last time at a housewarming party. For 5 years, I'd been the buffer. Every brunch, every birthday, every get-together, I was there running quiet interference the entire time. She'd blank on someone's name and I'd drop it casually in the conversation, before the pause got awkward. She'd ask about a job someone had quit 2 years ago and I'd smoothly redirect with a joke and a subject change. She'd get a detail wrong and I'd laugh and say, "I think we're mixing that up, babe," and people would smile like it was an endearing couple thing. A shared memory thing. Charming, even. It was never charming. It was exhausting. On the drive to the party, she asked me to remind her whether our friends had their baby yet. They had. 8 months ago. I told her the name, the birth story, the fact that the father had cried in the delivery room, the red hair that had surprised everyone. She nodded along like she was hearing it for the first time. She always nodded like she was hearing it for the first time. This was the pattern. She never asked before she needed the answer, never tried to hold on to any of it. Our friends' lives were background noise to her, and I had spent 5 years making sure nobody ever found out. We walked in, and within 10 minutes, she'd told one friend he looked great after a surgery he'd never had. An hour later, she asked another friend how his restaurant was going. He'd closed it 14 months ago. It had been his dream for over a decade. We'd sat at his kitchen table the night it fell apart while his wife cried, and my wife held her hand and said, "You're going to come out the other side of this stronger. I really believe that." His face flickered when she asked. Not dramatically, he was too gracious for that. Just a small dimming behind the eyes. I was standing close enough to hear every word. I stayed where I was. I did not save her. Later she told a story about another couple's wedding and got the season, the venue, and the details wrong in ways that made the bride's expression shift from polite to puzzled to something quieter and more personal. The look of someone realizing they matter less to another person than they thought they did. I refilled my drink. I talked to other people. I had, for the first time in 5 years, a genuinely good time. The kind you can have when you stop spending every moment braced for the next mistake you'll have to catch. In the car home, she was cheerful, scrolling through photos on her phone. That was so fun. We never see them enough. I kept my eyes on the road for a while. You asked about the restaurant. She paused. He didn't mind. He did mind. You could see it if you were paying attention. I stopped at a red light. His wife cried when it closed. You held her hand. You told her they'd come out the other side stronger. That was 14 months ago, and tonight you asked about it like it was still open and thriving in front of both of them at their party. I can't remember every conversation. It wasn't just a conversation. It was something he'd worked toward his whole life. The light turned green, and I didn't fix it. For the first time in 5 years, I just let it happen. The silence in the car changed then. You did that on purpose? I stopped doing something on purpose. There's a difference. She went to bed early when we got home. I sat at the kitchen table and stared at nothing for a while. My phone buzzed after 11. A text from a host. "Hey, is everything okay with her?" She seemed a little off tonight. I hope we didn't do something wrong. The host, worried she had done something wrong. I told her the truth. Not everything, not to be cruel, but enough. The names I'd slipped into conversations. The corrections I'd made sound like jokes. The 5 years of invisible work I'd done to protect my wife from the consequences of never paying attention to the people around her. The response took a few minutes. I had no idea. I always thought you two were just really in sync. Like you finished each other's sentences. I set my phone face down on the table. From the outside it had looked like closeness. Like partnership. Like the easy shorthand of two people who knew each other so well they moved as one. It was just me. Doing all of it. Quietly, invisibly, for 5 years. In the night I finally stopped, it only took one party for everyone to see exactly what had been holding things together all along.